Back when he was a newly trained psychologist, Terje Falck-Ytter began to think that perhaps through his research he could find children's very first, then completely unknown, signs of autism.
It was incredibly important to actually meet kids with autism, so I could get beyond just seeing the means and the standard deviations, but actually understanding the unique situation for each child. I found this incredibly interesting, and I decided to continue on this path.
Var är den lilla lådan någonstans? Där.
Today, Terje Falck-Ytter has his own research group at Uppsala University.
The goal is to understand early autism, and we hope that this can contribute to early intervention in the future and better advice to families.
Autistic people can often find it hard to sort their impressions, and even a normal environment can feel completely overwhelming. They may also have difficulty with social interaction, for example, knowing when to talk or how long to hold eye contact with someone. Among the children Terje is studying, many also develop ADHD, so both the brain and the body are overactive, and it often becomes difficult to sit still and do things they perceive as not interesting for a long time. In both groups, many other problems occur as well, like mental illness, which can be reduced with the right help. In total, it is estimated that about 1/20th of Swedish population has autism or ADHD. Terje's team studies children who have older siblings with autism. Because heredity is high, and if you want to find the early signs, it is helpful to examine the younger siblings. Jeanette and Bjorn's 2 youngest children are part of Terje's research. Among their 7 children, the 4 oldest have autism diagnoses, and Jeanette and Bjorn know how much it can mean to have a diagnosis early.
Jag tycker att med det här projektet så tycker jag inte bara våra barn, även andra barn får hjälp tidigt, även på förskolan, även innan de börjar i förskoleklass, att de har rätt förutsättningar.
Att få tidig hjälp hjälper ju barnen att jobba med sina svårigheter medan de är mindre och mer formbara. Så får de hjälp tidigt med de insatserna så blir det lättare för barnen. Till exempel till skolstarten som är svårt för många barn.
When the family gets here, we do a general developmental assessment to check things like motor development, early cognition, etc. But then we move on to the more specific experiments and assessments about potential early signs of autism.
Terje's team conducts a series of tests, such as scanning the children's brains with a magnetic camera and EEG, as well as observing them playing games and something else.
We are studying many different things in early development, but a particular focus is on the infant's gaze, how they use their eyes to get information from the environment, including the social environment, for example, their parents or other people.
In this experiment, one of the team works to get the child to look at the new exciting thing that is happening.
Vilka stora tänder den hade. Oj.
Above all, examining how the children's gaze cooperates with the gaze of the test leader. Commonly among children who do not develop autism later in life is that when they discover something new, such as a blinking light, they check whether the person opposite them has discovered the same thing, as part of the social interaction. If that person doesn't look at the same thing, the child reacts and tries to get the adult to notice. The child looks back and forth so as to draw their gaze with him. Terje has discovered that children who later develop autism, they do not try to get the adult to look with them.
We don't know exactly what this pattern means. Maybe looking less back and forth reflects lower social motivation. But in any case, we believe that if you don't do this as much, it may lead to less communication with, for example, a parent, so that you create fewer opportunities for learning through communication.
Terje has also seen other differences between the group of children who develop autism and the group who do not, how they react to sound and light, for example. But this is basic research, and so far the differences are only visible between the two large groups.
This means that we cannot say for a particular child if he or she will get autism later. But maybe in the future the method will improve and we will get there. I hope that the increased knowledge about autism will increase society's understanding of the particular needs that autistic people can have, but also that society will appreciate and understand the many strengths and positive sides associated with autism.
Och en styrka är ju att de har väldigt lätt för att lära sig saker. Ja, då blommar de ju väldigt fort när de får anpassningarna, hjälp och stöd.
Bye bye. Får vi äta? Hej nu. Kan vi med dina skor också?
Sen jag tycker de ger mycket kärlek tillbaka. Är det så att när de trivs så ger det väldigt mycket kärlek tillbaka till både till kompisar och syskon och föräldrar och alltihopa. Liksom att de lever så pass mycket i nuet att de sprider jättemycket glädje när de mår som bäst.
Jag fick bulle.